Okay, so write 3 rational numbers between each pair of numbers. So remind each other what are rational numbers? What are rationals? Right, anything. Any decimals, any whole numbers, any integers, those are all rational numbers. Can it be positive and negative? Yeah. Okay. So in this case, I just want any three numbers between these two decimals. Alright, so Max, any three numbers.
1.2, 1.1, 0.1.
Okay, so sorry, 1.2,
1.1,
1.1,
0.1.
0.1. Yeah, sure. Okay. What about B, Alvin?
Let's say negative 0.26. Oh, 5.5. Negative. Oh my god. Negative 0.255.
Right. Okay. So all you have to do is add on an extra digit after that. Okay.
Negative 0.251.
Yeah.
Negative 0.256.
Sure. Okay. Because you can rational numbers are decimals, so you could add in 10 digits after that decimal. Okay. What about this fraction right here? If you want, you can change this to a decimal. So if you think of it, this is negative 0.5, and this is positive 0.25. So negative a half is the same as negative 0.5, and 1/4 is 0.25. So any three numbers between those two decimals. Who should I pick? Any three numbers? Angelina? Okay, negative 0.25. Good. Okay, so 0.1. Okay, good. And if I want, what is negative 0.25 as a fraction? 1/4, right? And then this would be 1/10, and this would be 11/100. Okay. This same thing. You don't need to worry about that. But here, so these numbers, I can easily change it from a decimal to a fraction. Now let me challenge you guys a little. So I want, again, three numbers, but I want it as a fraction between these two numbers, between 2/8 and 3/8. Who has an idea of what I can do? And no, I do not want 2.5/8. Decimals and fractions, they don't mix. So who has an idea of how I can easily choose three fractions in between?
So we can use equivalent fractions.
Good,
Let's
Jack.
say if I write 2/8 as 4/16.
Okay, yes.
5/16, 6/16. Wait, actually not 6.
Okay, what about this one then? What's your upper bound?
Then 6/16.
Right. Okay. And then you can choose 5/16. But I want three fractions.
Yes. Over 3 too.
Good. Okay. So Max, he multiplied this fraction by 2, multiplied this fraction by 2 to get a bigger denominator. But it's not big enough. So instead, what he decided is, okay, fine. Instead of multiplying by 2, let's multiply by 4, or even bigger, multiply it by 10. So you get 20/80. And this fraction is 30/80. Now how much choices do I have in between? Yeah, I have 10 choices or 9 choices in between them. So I could choose, for example, 21/80, 23/80, All right. And Margaret, can you give me one more in between? 24 over 80. Now, if you give me those three choices, you are gonna get 2.5 out of 3.
Oh, simplification.
Yeah. Okay, so 24 over 80 can be reduced. Okay, so when you make your choices, maybe choose your numbers carefully. So yes, you can, but just you have to make sure you reduce. Otherwise, maybe choose 27 over 80, for example. Then you don't have to worry about simplifying. Okay. Any question on this? All right. So example 2 we can skip because it's just dealing with decimals. Let's do example 3, ordering the numbers. So you have some decimals, you have some fractions. So since all I want to do is rearrange them and put it on a number line, I can just change all of these to a decimal because it's easier. Okay, negative 10 over 3, use your calculator. You get negative 3.3. Okay, and then you have negative 3.4, 2.77777, 3 over 7. Do it on your calculator. 3 divided by 7, that's 0.428. And then this is negative 2.4. So on your number line, okay, 0 is in the middle, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. You do need to draw a number line because one mistake that I always see is that like people put negative 2.4 over here and then 1.7 is like right beside it. Okay, so you need some sort of scale. Okay, so 1.13, that's right here between 1 and 2 and close to 1. Negative 3.3, it's between negative 3 and negative 4, so 1/3 of the way. Negative 3.4 is a little bit more over. Okay. 2.7777 is about right here, close to 3. 0.428 is between 0 and 1. And then lastly, negative 2.4. Negative 2.4, about right here. Okay, so I don't need it to be like exactly by the millimeter, but if I see like something like this, like 0.428, I should see it between 0 and 1 and somewhere close to the middle. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll just give you guys a second. And then we're gonna skip to page 34. 34, example 1. Okay, I'll just give you guys a second to finish copying the number line. So again, on your number line, I don't need it to be extremely accurate, but I should, 1, see a scale, like I need that number line, and 2, roughly. Okay, so you don't put like 1.1 closer to 2. Okay, page 34. I'm just going to finish off with these 2 examples, and then that's it. Because I know it's a Friday, we can do nice and easy. Okay, using order of operation with decimal. So I know you guys know how to do this, and you get a calculator. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Okay. If you have a calculator that shows you exactly what you're typing, okay. So if you have a calculator that do this, you can simply type everything into your calculator, and your calculator will do BEDMAS for you. Okay. If you have one of these calculators where it doesn't show your times, divide, bracket, those things, then you need to do BEDMAS. Okay. So looking at this, should I do the dividing first or the times first? Divide. Why?
Division and multiplication of the
Okay. Yeah. So in BEDMAS, division, multiplication are interchangeable. So, but why the division first? Because right, we do left to right. Right. So just because so division multiplication is interchangeable, but because this was first, so we do that first. On your calculator, if you see a question like this on the test, you do not have to show anywhere. You can go straight to the answer. Okay. But I'm just showing it for the sake of showing BEDMAS. Okay, so 1.2 divided by negative 0.3, you get negative 4. Okay, and then adding multiplication, I'm going to do the multiplication first. So negative 0.8, negative 4 times 1.5, you get negative 6 or plus negative 6. Okay, and so your final answer, negative 6.8. All right. Again, on the test, you don't have to show any of these steps. You can go straight to your calculator and give me the answer. If you see this question on the test, you should be very happy because it's just punching in numbers in your calculator. Okay. Same thing right here. I have subtraction, division, brackets. So I should do brackets first. So everything else, copy it straight down. Okay, divide. And then inside this bracket, 0.7 minus negative 1.2, I get 1.9. Okay. And then BEDMAS tells me to do exponent first. So don't divide, don't subtract. Everything else, carry it down, and just do the 1.9 square. So 1.9 times 1.9, 3.61. And then now the division before subtraction. So 0.9 divided by 3.61, I get 0.2493. So when I subtract it with the 3.2, I get negative 3. Let's say round to one decimal place. What would my answer be?
4.
Yes. Okay. So this is a tricky one. A lot of people say to me, but Miss, if this rounds to a 5 and then so this will become a 5. But when we're talking about rounding to one decimal place only, we only look at the second digit. So if this is a 4, then this stays as a 4. So negative 3.4. Okay. Okay. And then if I have a calculator, I just have to put everything in, keeping all my brackets, and I should get this with just a few punch of the numbers. Okay, last one right here. To convert a temperature in degrees to Fahrenheit, there is a formula. Okay, this is the formula. Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8. So obviously, when you go to the States, they use Fahrenheit, we use Celsius. So, for example, when they are 90 Fahrenheit, I'm not going to take out my calculator and do this exact calculation. So, the easy rule of thumb is take away 32 and then divide it by 2. That will give you a rough estimate of the temperature in Celsius. Right? So, if Fort Simpson is negative 9.4 Celsius. Do you think this is hot or cold? Negative 9.4 Fahrenheit. Negative 9.4 Fahrenheit. Do you think, who thinks it's hot? Who thinks it's cold? Okay, let's figure out how cold is this. So substituting the negative 9.4 into the formula. So negative 9.4, take away 32, divided by 1.8. Okay, so again, using your calculator, oops, negative 9.4, take away 32 on your calculator. Okay, so let's say I did this on my calculator. Okay, and then I press equal. Is this the correct answer? Okay, so what I did was I just put everything. So this was the question. Let me move this down. Okay, this was my question. So I put it in like this: negative 9.4 minus 32 divided by 1.8. That's what I see. Okay, so if I press equal, will I get the right answer? No, why not?
The calculator will do like negative 32 divided by 1.8.
Right, okay, but whereas on paper, what should we do first? Right, the numerator. You always clean up the numerator before you divide. So if you just put all this in your calculator like this, it will give you the wrong answer. So what you have to do is do your numerator first, press equal, and then divide it by 1.8. Then you get the correct answer. Okay, so be very careful with that. It's a common mistake that people do. It's not that they don't understand it. It's because it's a silly mistake that their calculator does. Okay. The other thing you could do is put a bracket around this on your calculator. Then it will work. Okay. Don't forget your unit, since this is still a word problem. So it's negative 23 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cold. Okay, so nice and easy with order of operation, with decimals and fractions. So I just need you guys to do page 32 and 36. You can skip some pages. Okay. I don't think today's lesson was hard, so I don't need you guys to do like 2 pages of easy work. Okay. So just page 32, 36. Answers are there, so you just have to flip the pages. I think the answers are on page 37 and 38. Okay, and that's it. So Monday and Tuesday are gonna be review classes. Yeah, so we just finished chapter 1. How do you feel about chapter 1? Yay, nay? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, so if you feel confident with chapter 1, good job. You can start studying over the weekend if you want. Otherwise, on Monday, Tuesday, we will do review as a class. Okay.